Stretch it out, Hunter. Yeah, that's right. It's time to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme because it's time to get down to the beatdown. This is the Logan Summit Show. I am, of course, your lovely host, Logan Summit, and you are not. We've got another one of our woodsy neighbors to the north today. He's coming back for round number 2. His name is Hunter Beacon Lee. So you found yourself a nickname, Hunter.
Yeah. It's actually we switch it, so it's Big Game Hunter Lee.
Oh, I see what you did there with the video
Yeah,
game. Big Game
there you
Hunter
go.
Lee. I like that. All right, all right, all right. Big Game Hunter Lee. There we go, my friend.
Yeah.
Dude, you are all over the internet. What's it like being Canada's best pro MMA Instagrammer?
It's good. Like I didn't really start taking it serious till earlier this year. I think at in January I was like I think I had 2,000, like a little over 2,000 followers, and I was like I didn't post regularly and nobody was willing to fight me, so I was like if I start posting more and I get a decent following, maybe someone will want to fight me because like they want to take my fans. That's what I always see. I want to fight guys with big followings because I'm like they have big fan bases, and if I beat them, then their fans are going to become my fans. You see it with like all the UFC guys. Like Khabib only became a star because he beat McGregor, and then all of McGregor's fans jumped over to Khabib, and same thing happened with Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier beat
Yep.
McGregor, and then now he's like the next star, and it's like that's how you get fans is you beat guys with fans and take their fans. So yeah, just started posting more, and it's been working out.
And I want to take a little bit of credit here because some of your videos have been you going after sponsors, and I'd like to think I had something to do with that, Hunter. I do, I really do.
Yeah,
Now,
for sure. Yeah.
were you able to get any sponsors off of that? I mean, some of your posts have gone crazy viral. Have you been able to garner some sponsorships? I think I saw a video that literally you started naming all the new sponsors.
Yeah, we just started, like it was pretty last minute. We decided to get sponsors for this fight. I think we started looking for them about 2 weeks before, and we ended up with like I want to say we had like 8 logos that we put on
Yeah,
my shorts for sponsors.
dude, come on.
And ever and then since that fight, I've had 3 other people message me as well talking about wanting to be on my sponsorships for the next fight. So we're just like keeping ramping it up, and hopefully we got just a ton of sponsors, like fill up all the shorts, all of the shirt, just cover it in sponsors.
Well, yeah, I mean, I want you to start getting fake tattoos that are sponsorships. Remember when boxers used to do that? I don't know about the rules and regulations if you can still get away with that. But I want to see you completely covered in sponsorships. I want your face on the top of your face to say your biggest sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody's about to punch you in the face, they're just like, Titleist, really? I like golf, but not that much. All right, your last.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty covered already. So it's like if the money's right, I'll get a real tattoo sponsorship if the people are
Okay.
willing to pay for it.
Timmy Hortons comes around. What? How much money does it take for you to get a Timmy Hortons tattoo?
Honestly, like right now, a Tim Hortons tattoo, I'd probably do it for like 5 grand, honestly.
It's only for the rest of your life. It's okay, Hunter. Don't worry about it. You're like, yeah, but bro, it's Tim Hortons. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I got to go get my Boston cream on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I like that. Now, your last fights have been with Cage Fury Fighting Championship. Hey, I guess our interview went so well last time. One of the owners reached out to me and asked me if I do fight commentary. I said, indeed, I do. And then they asked me if I have a valid passport. And I said, indeed, I do. And now I'm saying to YOU, give me a call, baby. I want to go to Canada and meet my man and see him beat some people live. I know you love Cage Fury Fighting Championship. Has that been a good home for you? Are you looking forward to fighting more within that league?
Yeah, they were great. We went down to Florida, Tampa Bay, fought down there on a CFFC, and they treated us great. Like it was really smoothly ran. The weigh-ins went quick. It was yeah, like I enjoyed the whole card. It was done very professionally, and I would love to go back. yeah, so I'm down to fight anywhere, like new promotions or like all the promotions I fought for have been really good. Unified's been phenomenal, and CFFC have been phenomenal, and those have been kind of my homes for,
Right.
since I went pro. So yeah, I would love to fight for either of those or just like wherever. Like I'm always down to travel new places. Like I was happy to go down to Florida. I've never actually been down there until now, and it
Hot.
was a
It was
interesting
hot.
experience. Yeah, it was
It was
hot.
hot. It was very, very hot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
That's
Yeah. I got warmed up in 10 minutes. Like I was dripping with sweat
yeah.
in the back room there. And it was 10-minute warm up and I was ready to go.
Yeah, you almost have to watch out because you might dehydrate before you get out there, bro. All right, what was the craziest thing that you saw in Florida? Florida is famous in America for kind of being the crazy side of the United States. Did you see any craziness go down?
Not really. Like I mostly stuck in my hotel room up until the fight. Yeah, I can't say I saw too much craziness. The rules meeting was kind of funny, just all the characters that were like
Mhm.
part of that, like I don't know, the doctors, like all the people part of the staff were just like very, they felt like very Florida characters, like
Mhm.
just they would say funny things and they like very much had like no filter, and it was yeah, just all a lot of older guys with like no filter, and it was very funny to see. But I didn't see too much craziness. I didn't get we didn't go out and like explore the town afterwards or
Oh,
anything.
okay. So
But
you didn't get out. You didn't get out down there and get all crazy. Now,
yeah.
you know what? You know another fighter who likes to stay in their hotel room and keep to themselves before a fight? Max Holloway. And he just beat Dustin Poirier the other day, decision. Now, one of the crazy things about him for this fight is he wanted to bring his gaming computer with him. Do you have anything that you travel with on the road that would be extracurricular?
Not really. Sometimes I bring a like an electric frying pan and like a rice cooker and like all my stuff to prepare my food, and I just cook it up in the hotel room because I feel like a lot of fighters they will go and travel, and unless you're paying for like a chef or whatever, you're just eating like food on the road and it's different from what you're usually eating. So I just bring um unless I know that I can get good food, a lot of times I'll just bring a rice cooker, cook my rice that I eat at home, cook whatever meat I want to eat, and just like eat that so that I'm not like changing my diet up drastically before I fight.
Yeah, the cleaning people hate you, by the way. I just want to point that
Yeah.
out. Make sure you tip them on your way out because there's rice all over the place, man. Little bits of chicken here and there. He's the only one still using a George Foreman grill, okay? Rip to George Foreman, by the way, one of the greatest of all time. Now, I've been trying to drum up that little bit of a grudge match that we created the last time you were on the show against Anthony Ivy. I've been playing those clips again, and they're doing
Yeah.
pretty well. Have you
Yeah.
talked to anybody at Anthony Ivy's camp? Are we going to see that match anytime soon?
I don't think so. I think he's in
Oh God!
I think he's in like something to do with the PFL right now.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him since that whole situation.
Okay.
And I've been getting offers for other guys now. So I'm just like, I'll fight whoever they put in front of me. If someone wants to set up that grudge match, then I think it would do well because there's history there. But I think it's also risky because he didn't show up to the last one. So,
Yeah, it is.
whether,
Did
yeah,
not get on the plane, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen, days and thems. Did not get on the plane. Sat down in Texas and said, "Nope, I'm not going. Not going to do it." And you know what? Fighters do that a lot in this game. You might not hear about it because it's a behind the scenes type of thing, but fighters will do that to try to garner a little bit more of that do re mi fa sol la ti do. And I know the promotion was thinking that was the deal, but then he said, "No, I'm just not getting on the plane." So you said last time that you would go down to Texas to fight him. Now, if he's doing stuff with the PFL, that's Logan and Jake Paul territory, okay? Yeah, I want you right now to give your pitch to the PFL why you should fight Anthony Ivy live on the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, well, I should fight Anthony Ivy on the next pay per view because I'm the one that he's scared to fight. Like he literally refused to fight me the last time we signed our contract. So I don't know. Maybe you guys have the funds to. I think the last people had the funds to do it too. But like maybe you guys can just offer him like a bag of money to get him in there because he was not willing to do it last time, and he was
Maybe
getting
a
paid
box of
pretty well from
money?
what I could see. Yeah,
How
yeah, yeah,
much
big
money do you
box of
think you can
money.
fit in this box? Probably a lot, Anthony. Probably a lot. All right, I'd love to see you fight him, but you know what? I don't care who you fight because you're going to keep doing what you're doing, and you're about to rhythm the style that and the rhythm that everybody's used to out there because they don't know what to do with you in the ring, dude. I don't understand these fighters, man. I watched the clips of the fight and they literally don't know what to do with you. Why do you think you mess with everybody's head so much? Is it the cheetah shorts or is it just the way that you go about it?
It's a little bit of everything, I think. It's the wrestling background, so they don't want to get close to me, and then they've seen that I have power in my hands, and I knocked out the guy that I fought previous to this fight,
Right.
and so they don't want to stand in striking distance with me. So they don't know where to go, and then also just the confidence. So being a wrestling or being a wrestler, coming from that background where you are wrestling like every weekend in season multiple times, a tournament, you get a ton of confidence from that, and my mindset is like strong, and I know how to be prepared for a fight so that I'm going in confident that I'm going to win. And I think you don't really see that with guys that go straight into MMA. They're kind of trying to work through it, and you can tell that they're lacking a little bit of confidence. Whereas with me, I am like 100% confident going into every fight because I have my routine that I go through in the back to get my mindset like 100% focused.
And just a little bit of history. If you're a neophyte to Hunter Lee and his fight game, look, man, he was an alternative at the 2024 Paris Olympics for Canada in wrestling. He Pan American Games bronze, U20 world champ. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the craziest thing I find is that when you get into the ring, you like to mess with their heads even more, man. You go for weird moves and weird styles and weird entries into being able to take them down. And then you're giving people shoulders and what, I mean, you're coming at people from every angle. Is that something that you work on in the gym every day? Or is that something that when you step into the ring and the cage and you see your opponent, you go, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to troll this guy just a little bit today.
No, that's how I train in the gym as well. That's how my wrestling was as well. Is I like to be very like creative with the way that I wrestled, and once I switched to like fighting, you could get even more creative because there's even more things at play with the boxing and the Muay Thai and the Jiu-Jitsu. There's more room to really get creative in there, and yeah, so I like to play with that even in training and in the fight. It just looks exactly how I do when I'm training.
Now, I'm not sure if it was you, but I saw a fighter the other day do a cartwheel in the ring. Was that you? Did you do a cartwheel? Because you do some crazy.
I don't no, I didn't do a cartwheel. Yeah, I don't think I did a cartwheel.
I'm being facetious. I know you didn't do a cartwheel, but
I do throw cartwheel kicks in practice sometimes. So I had to think about it there. I was like, I don't think I showed that in the ring yet.
well, you know what? You've got homework for next time. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Next time I'll
I've got.
throw that.
I'm definitely going to need to see it. Now, you are from Flin Flon, Manitoba,
Yeah.
Saskatoon. Yeah, go ahead, kids. Say it with me. Flin Flon, Manitoba, Saskatoon. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. How's the weather up there? How's that treating you still?
Yeah, so I'm from Flin Flon, Manitoba, and I live currently
In
in Saskatoon,
Saskatoon.
Saskatchewan. So two separate spots, but yeah, both
I'm
hard enough
American.
to
I don't
remember.
know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, it's the weather's not bad. Like it was kind of a little bit cold and rainy, but like the sun's coming out again. Like we're nice and warm for like 2 months of the year.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's in the nice 2 months right now.
Well, the sun will come out tomorrow, and it definitely came out when you went down to Florida. Was there a little bit of a change when you got down there? I mean, how early did you get down there for the Cage Fury Fighting Championship? And how much do you have to adjust as an athlete to the humidity and things of that nature?
Honestly, like we got down there just the day before weigh-ins, like the night we got in at like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and then we went to weigh-ins the next day at like 4. So I didn't have much weight to cut again. That's kind of where the name Big Game Hunter comes from. Is I
Yeah.
my last two fights I haven't cut weight for it. Um,
Oh, everybody hates you right now. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's right. All you fighters out there is somewhere right now. Somebody is in garbage bags with duct tape, sitting in a sauna with 3 hoodies on, watching this going, you, Hunter. The last two fights, you haven't had to cut weight. Man,
Yeah.
people in your gym must really dislike you.
So, so yeah, my last fight was at 205, and then this one most recently was at 195, and I walk around usually like 197, 198, something like
So,
that. So really easy weight cut. We just did a light work, like a 30-minute workout, and I was pretty much on weight. So yeah, that's where the nickname Big Game Hunters kind of came from in the last little bit. Just because I'm out, like the guy that I fought before this one, he was like 6'4", 6'5". He's a real big guy, and it was apparent that I was not fighting in my weight class. So I
yeah.
decided to, in my next fight, I plan to be down more at what my weight class should be, which is around 170 pounds.
Yes, thank you.
So
Thank you, by the way. Thank you. All right, keep going.
so so I'm looking forward to seeing how my power works out
Yeah.
there, because if I'm knocking guys out at 205 and I'm going to be down at 170, then I think just touching these guys, they should be going to sleep. Like that should be that should be a big power difference there.
Oh, it definitely should be. I mean, you technically haven't really had a chance to fight at your true weight class.
Yeah.
At 205, that's Chuck Liddell territory, my friend. I mean, you're getting up there, and you knocked him out. You sent him, and he was visibly bigger than you. I mean, that was the thing that really, when I looked at the fight from some of the clips, because I try to keep up with you, my friend, and I'm looking, I go, oh, that guy's kind of big, and I'll tell you this, he must have been cutting weight for like a week or whatever, man. And you just walk in there. You had to gain weight to fight him, for the
Yeah.
love of God. I
I
mean,
went Yeah, I went to Montana's and ate all you can eat rib buffet like the night before so that I would weigh in close to his weight. And then I was chugging water in the back, and I was like, I got myself to weigh like 204 pounds. I gained like 7 pounds of just like water weight. And
all right.
then
So,
it
Hunter,
looked like we were close to the same weight then.
next time you go up to 205, this is what you
Yeah.
got to do. You walk into weigh-ins eating a donut. All right. That's what I want you to do. That will completely with that dude's head. Whoever you're fighting, you walk into weigh-ins with a donut, just looking at it, taking big bites out of that thing, just letting him know, oh yeah, bro, this is gonna be you. Because I ain't got anything to do over here. I can just eat donuts all day. And Timmy
I'll do
Horton,
that for the next one.
we need
Tim
Tim
Hortons,
Hortons
yeah.
to get on board.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Horton, I don't care if you've seen a Who anytime soon. I need you to get on board and hook up Hunter Lee with some donuts so he can look cool at weigh-ins. All right. You're finally, hopefully, going to be able to fight at your actual weight. Now, how do you train to fight somebody who you know is going to be bigger than you? You're not sure if they're going to be stronger. They may have strength in other places that you might not have it, but they're intrinsically larger than you. How do you plan on that?
I train with bigger guys mostly. We have a lot of smaller guys that I'll move with, but yeah, like a lot of my MMA sparring is with like guys my size or smaller. But then when I go do some boxing sparring, I spar with we got a heavyweight boxer out here. I think he's for 250 pounds or so, and he's knocking guys out on the amateurs. So I train with him for boxing sparring, and then my wrestling partners are both bigger than me as well. They wrestle up at like 97 kilos, which is I
Yeah,
don't know, close to 220 pounds, I think.
for all the Americans, people in Myanmar and Liberia, those are the only people who still use that stuff. I mean, I don't know why we didn't. We got rid of the Dewey Decimal System. It might be time to get rid of some other things, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because how many stones are you? I
I
don't.
have no idea.
Do you know? Okay, all right, good,
Stones.
good. Because I was like, man, every time, and I've been watching fights since I was in high school, and I've seen so many British fights, and they talk about stone and stuff. I still don't know what it is because it's like
Yeah.
14.2 pounds is one stone, something along those lines. Like, what the? How do you what? Why 0.2? Why are we making it so difficult for everybody? Just round up or round down. For the love of God, make it easy. All right. You are 4-0 right now. That means you're on a 5-win streak. Now, you said you've been getting a lot of invitations to fight fighters. Are most of those coming from Canada or from the United States?
We're getting a good mixture of them now. So, um, yeah, I think my next one is probably going to be in Canada, I'm guessing. We're hoping for October.
Okay.
And I would like to fight in Canada again because then we can get a bunch of people come out and watch it. Friends and family, they'll make the drive down, and it'll be nice. But if it doesn't get sorted out, then I'm happy to fight down in the States as well. We've been getting quite a few offers from the States to fight. So yeah, I'm not overly sure where we're going to be fighting next, but I would always like to fight in Canada first, just because it's close to home.
Well, Canada is home, and I know
Yeah.
you love it. We've talked about it a bunch of times. I love Canada as well, which is why I very much enjoy interviewing Canadian fighters for various different reasons. But you know, when it gets down to it, if you had to come to the States, now you went to Florida, is there another state that you'd like to visit?
Um, Hawaii, obviously.
All right, okay, all right. Everybody wants to go to Hawaii, Hunter. No, I get it. I get it. Like, obviously, LA, New York. Have you been to
Yeah.
any of the big cities?
I've been to New York, never been to LA. I also want to go to Texas at some point. I feel like
Just for
Texas is,
Anthony
is
Ivy, or you just want to go to Texas?
just in general. I feel like Texas is like its own interesting thing right now, especially with like we got a lot of jujitsu going on down
Yep.
there. It seems to be kind of like an interesting place.
And unironically, all of your exes actually live in Texas. It's not just the song kids. No, no, no. I'm sure you don't even know what I'm referencing, which is okay because technically I don't either. I don't even know if I was alive when that song came out. But that's okay. It's all right. Another Quello, she'll love me again. Okay. So, UFC, you've been on the Fight Pass. You're out there. You're doing it. Justin Bernard and I were talking about you the other day. Justin Bernard, of course, being the amazing in-ring announcer for UFC Fight Pass for the last 14 years. He's doing slap fight, all of that stuff. Oh, speaking of slap fight, have you ever seen one of those yet?
I've seen the videos. It's not something that would interest me. I couldn't
Oh.
see myself ever doing it.
No, no, no. It's scary. It's almost like
Yeah.
they slap you and they take algebra away from you. You know, like
Yeah.
I see. And one of my friends, Vern, man, Vern's getting older, and he's younger than me, but not by much. And I've watched Vern the last 2 times get knocked out, and it's been rough, dude. I don't like it. I don't like watching it. And my buddy Overt Flow got an offer for it, and he's like, "Yeah, man, you can be my ring man." And I'm like, "I don't think that's how it works, but that's cool." And I go, "Plus, I don't think you want me in your ring, on the side of the ring." And he's like, "Why?" It's not even a ring, the pedestal that they put him on. I go, "Because if you get knocked out, there's a chance that I jump into that ring, and I am not a big man." And he goes, "Oh, we'll go viral, bro. We'll go viral." I was like, Dana already doesn't really like me, which is why I wear the UFC shirts all the time. Because every time we're in public, he always gives me a slight little jab. But that's okay. I get it. I get it. I'm not for everybody. But what has it been like knowing that besides millions.co, that your stuff is on Fight Pass, millions.co, all these different platforms now? The world is watching you. How does that feel?
Feels good. Like, yeah, that's the goal. Get a lot of people to watch, and then use that platform to kind of get to the big leagues, get to the UFC, that kind of thing. So yeah, we're on track. That's how I feel.
Yeah, you're definitely on track. Now, as far as some of the bigger leagues down here in the United States, I'm not going to ask you to name names because I don't want to do that to you because that's unfair. But have people been reaching out to you? I know you're still young in your career, but you're making waves. Are you getting some of the bigger bites on the line?
I mostly let my manager deal with that kind of stuff. He seems to be saying that uh, that I'm on the UFC's radar. Like I'm kind of in that area. They can kind of sounds like we're a few wins away from getting there, but yeah, that's still pretty quick compared to what they're usually signing guys at.
I think
So
I think
yeah,
Hunter, I think I'm going to see it Tough Enough very soon, which is a UFC
yeah,
property.
yeah.
I think that's where we're going. That's where Justin Bernard was for a long time doing ring announcing, and UFC has moved him up to Fight Pass. I think I misspoke. I said 14 years at Fight Pass. He did 14 years at Tough Enough, but Tough
Oh
Enough
yeah.
is part of UFC. I go to watch it all the time. Jeff, you treat me really well over there. I appreciate it, man. Always front row, always in the mix, always having fun over there. And I bet you before the year's out, I'm going to see you up here in Vegas, and you and I are going to get to have a donut together after one of your fights. And
Yeah, for
Tim
sure. I
Hortons,
love that.
Open one up in Vegas, man. We need a Timmy's down here, bro. Have you been to Vegas?
I've been there when I was younger. I haven't been there as an adult, which is a much different experience, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely a different experience. We'll save that for the after hours show. That is the Logan Summit show. But at, yeah, dude, it's a completely different experience, man. It's literally night and day. Now that you're moving on up and doing your thing, and you're on the different radars, and you're really making your way in the world today. It's taking everything that you got. Are you finding that other gyms are reaching out to you and saying, "Hey, can you come and help with some of our wrestling technique, and hopefully we can help you in some of the other areas"? Are you getting invited to other gyms?
Not a ton of like gyms reaching out to me.
Mhm.
I just kind of I feel like I kind of just have like an open invitation to a lot of gyms unless I'm like fighting one of their guys.
Yeah.
If I'm ever in like another spot, I'll just message someone that I know a lot of people from a lot of different gyms. So if I'm ever in like a city that I want to train in, I'll just like message someone or just like connect with the gym on social media, and usually they're just like, yeah, come on down. I've been out to TriStar. My my management is they have most of their fighters training out of TriStar. So I
Mhm.
went out there and trained for just like a couple days, and I plan to go back out there in my next fight camp for like a couple weeks and get some good training out there because there's a lot of high level guys there. So yeah, that's where I've been so far. And then other than that, just mostly working out of my gym in Saskatoon, Modern Martial Arts.
Modern Martial Arts, and I know you love that place. Why don't you give them a shout out? I mean, you just did, but who are the coaches there that train with you?
Yeah, that's so we got a few coaches. The main four coaches that own the gym are we got Kurt, we got Dwayne, we got Adam, we got Tyson. We got like a ton. There's so many coaches because we got like those are the four owners, and then we got like a bunch of other coaches that like run certain classes. I work with Copa's Boxing as well. Do some sparring over there for my boxing training. That's Gary Copas runs that. Where else do I go? I train with a couple like wrestlers. Like I train kind of all over, but we mainly focus out of modern martial arts.
Now, last time we talked, I do believe you taught some classes at one point. Are you still doing that?
Like fighting like
Yeah,
at the
didn't you?
gym, you mean? Or
Yeah, didn't you teach some kid classes at one point? I thought.
yeah, so I did do wrestling coaching
Yeah.
like for MMA like a while back.
Mhm.
Um right now I'm like my main job is like I'm like a phys ed teacher. So like I do
Really?
phys ed. Yeah, I do phys ed teaching in the school year and as like part-time like I sub just 'cause it's easier to fight as well and like take time off that I need for training camps or whatever. But yeah, that's like what my degree I got my degree in education and that's my sort of backup plan is being a phys ed teacher because it's fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So,
Yeah.
like the week leading up to a fight, it's dodgeball every day, right? You're
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
pick your teams and go play. Leave me alone. I got a fight to worry about. Um,
yeah.
what's the funnest thing that you do as a phys ed teacher? Like, is it playing the games? Is it mentoring kids that don't think that they're good enough? What is at heart why you like being a phys ed teacher?
I got interested in it because I liked coaching wrestling. So I coached wrestling in high school for like the elementary teams.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's kind of all that. I like making a difference. So like some of the schools I've taught at are like more difficult school. Like the students are like they got like a hard shell, like they're harder
Yeah.
to like they're more standoffish, and that's always like very fulfilling when you can like make a difference in those kids' life. Um, and then just like there's other schools that I teach at that they're like just like uh I don't know. A lot of the high schools, I love just playing dodgeball. Like I'll set them up to play dodgeball, and then I'm jumping in. And then like if there's another phys ed teacher in there, and they want to jump in with their class, and then like it's fun at the high schools because it's like you got to actually try. Like I've played
Right.
some, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go easy, and then there's like pretty high level like baseball players
Yep.
playing, and they're just like lighting you up, and you're like, okay, I gotta actually like throw these balls. Like I can't just like lob them at them.
Kid just got called up to the Toronto Blue Jays, and he's throwing dodgeballs in your class, right? I got you. I'm taking you out, bro. I got this. And Dodgeball. By the way, have you seen the first movie, Dodgeball?
Yeah, I heard they're doing a second. Are
They
they doing a second one
are.
or is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, they're
nice.
doing a second one, bro. They're definitely doing a second one. It's in the works. That's exactly what I wanted to let you know. Not just Happy Gilmore 2, we're going to see Dodgeball 2 as well. By the way, if they screw either of those movies up, I'm going to be super pissed. I really
Yeah.
am. Happy Gilmore 2 apparently is looking amazing. There's an hour of outtakes of just him and Eminem going back and forth. Obviously, it all didn't make the movie, but I can't wait for that
Yeah.
DVD to come out because
Yeah.
Eminem is really funny when he's in movies. Have you seen him in The Interview with Seth
Yeah, yeah,
Rogen?
yeah. He was good in there. Yeah,
Where he's like, I mean, I told you through all of my lyrics. I can't believe you wondered.
yeah.
All right, man. Before we get to 5 questions, I'm going to give you another opportunity to do your time because I know you just got a lot of sponsors. You just had a big fight with Cage Fury Fighting Championships down there in Florida. Go ahead. It's your time, baby. You already know the deal. Yeah. Uh-oh. He's doing something. He's going to come back. He's going to come back with his shorts. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I can't see into the future, but I'm going to guess that he's going to come back with those shorts and show them off. Hopefully. There you go.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Let me go find my list of sponsors just to make sure I don't miss any. That's how many we're getting now.
While you're walking, I like that, by the way. While you're walking through the house, show us all your dirty laundry, literally.
Yeah.
Do you have
Okay,
any
one
pets?
second. No pets.
No pets. All right. So not are you? But if you did have a pet, would you be a cat guy, dog guy, or a fish guy?
I would be a dog guy.
Heck yeah. Do you have any particular
Yeah.
breed that you like?
Um. Uh. I like pit bulls and like bulldogs, like that kind of thing.
This is called killing time, by the way. Just so you know,
Oh,
Hunter.
there they are.
I
I
love
got
the.
them. Okay.
I all right. I love the fact that you've got a whole list now. Name them off. Let them know.
Okay. Okay. So we got sponsors are Chacho's Tacos, G3 Tech Solutions, Hayabusa,
Oh yeah.
Resurrected Records. We got Sandstar Graphics. We got Perfect Sports. We got Smart Stop Self Storage. And we have my management company, KO Reps, and my gym, Modern Martial Arts. And I believe that is it.
Dude, Hayabusa, look at you, bro. Look at
Yeah,
you. That's a name. That's a name. They
yeah,
might have a couple dollars behind them.
yeah.
Just saying. Just congratulations, man. That's awesome. It's amazing just how far you've come in 2 fights. I mean, I talked to you when you were 2-0. It was back in the day, and now you're 2 fights later on 4-0, moving on up the ladder and really making a name for yourself as an influencer, but as a MMA influencer. Now, are you going to try to do some other type of influencing? Are you gonna try to do like a cooking show or anything like that?
Uh, I could see it. Like I'm always down to do that kind of stuff. The one kind of videos that I always watch is like what's it called? Like taste testing. So I could see
Okay.
myself doing that kind of stuff because I'm big on like trying different foods. Me and my girl were like big foodies, so we always like anything that looks interesting. We like to try different culture foods. We like just like weird foods that we find like fair foods and like snacks, like exotic snacks. Like right now, I don't know if you guys have these. Do you guys have these in the States? I was
Let me
just
see.
drinking to blue Pepsi. Do you guys have these?
I haven't seen them, but I don't drink soda, and neither should you. Although you
Yeah.
don't have to make weight. What's why? All right, what the heck is a blue Pepsi, dude? Please don't tell me it's blue raspberry Pepsi.
No, it's like a so it's
Oh my god.
zesty citrus is the
Okay.
flavor.
Oh, it's zesty
And
and it's citrusy.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. And so it doesn't taste like a Pepsi at all. It just comes out blue. It tastes like a Mountain Dew. So I don't know. It tastes good to me, but it's I don't. It's not really a Pepsi.
Hunter sounds like a mixer to me, okay? That's what it sounds
Yeah.
like. It sounds like a mixer, bro. Just, pour a little something, something else in there. But not when you're training, obviously. All right, let's get to it. We all know what time it is. It's time to play the game that all the kids are talking about on the playgrounds and all the adults are talking about around the water cooler. It's time for 5 questions, brought to you by our good friends over at Newer. Use code Logan to save yourself 20% off of pro gear at amateur pricing. I'm old. Excuse me. Okay. Trust me. Look, all my gear in here, that light, those 2 lights, that teleprompter that I'm not using, that monitor that I am, this green screen you can't see, all of it's Newer. So if you're a content creator like my good friend Hunter Lee, he needs to go over to newer.com, use code Logan, you save yourself 20%, all of that great accessories. They've got so much stuff. Go check them out today. You will not be disappointed. And yes, if you wanted to know, the link is in the about section of all the platforms we're on right now, because we're on 5 all day, baby. Let's go. All right. Now, the last time you were here, I've got my notes from the last time, by the way. I keep everything. I have now a history of our conversations. Not creepy at all. Trust me. Okay. Last time you were here, I asked you a question. I said, Letterkenny versus Shorzy. You said, like every other Canadian fighter I've had on this program has said, I've never seen him, bro. All right. However, you did put a message on Instagram that said
Yeah.
you started watching. Have you got a chance to see a little bit of both?
No, so I watched Letterkenny. I haven't watched Shorzy yet. Is Shorzy a spin-off of Letterkenny? Is that how it
Yes.
is? Okay.
That hockey character, Shorzy, that talks
Yeah.
all the trash, that's the spinoff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think so. A more Canadian question, but it's a little bit easier to answer, I think, would be Letterkenny versus Trailer Park Boys.
All right, so I have asked Letterkenny versus Shorzy versus Trailer Park Boys, but a lot of the Canadian fighters are younger, Hunter, and they don't even know they know that it exists, but
Yeah.
they've never seen it. Trailer Park Boys, by the way, that go on for like 14 seasons? It had like 5 movies. Might as well be an anime. Oh, that's right, they did do an animation as well. I mean, there's a lot of content there. What do you love about Trailer Park Boys?
That was like the classic like show when I was in high school, and it's like all over Canada. I feel like everyone has that same experience, at least in like small towns from people who I've talked to. Is like that was the show that people would just put on. So I haven't like watched it all the way through from start to finish. There's like a lot of episodes, but that was
There
like the
are.
show that when you were hanging out with your friends and you just like put something on the TV, that's what people would put on the TV is just Trailer Park Boys. So it'd be just playing and you'd be watching it and just be like hanging out doing whatever, and it's just on as like background. It was just like kind of like the background to like all the high school hangouts. That's how I know it from. So that's like that in my mind. That's classic Canadian TV.
Yeah, there's another one that probably no one's ever seen. I think it's called The Corners or something like that.
Corner Gas.
Corner Gas. There you go.
Yeah,
Boom. You ever watch that? That's very Canadian. That is
yeah.
super Canadian.
That's Saskatchewan. Like that's like small town Saskatchewan where I'm from. Like I think that's where it's based out of. I'm not sure the exact town, but it's based. I think that's where it's based out of is small town Saskatchewan.
All right. So if we had to go Letterkenny, you haven't seen Shorzy. We go Letterkenny, Trailer Park Boys, or Corner Gas. You're going Trailer Park Boys all day?
I think so, but honestly, like I don't know. It's a tough one. I'd have to rewatch Trailer Park Boys because I'm watching Letterkenny right now.
Right.
Trailer Park Boys I haven't like really fully watched an episode in probably 6 years or something like that.
Okay.
So I'd have to rewatch it to get a good idea of it. But Letterkenny's pretty good. Like it's pretty accurate. I thought it was from like small town Alberta, Saskatchewan, but it's like
Mhm.
small town Ontario. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
all of these small towns all the way through Canada all have the exact same problems, the exact same like it's very relatable. Like it's yeah, like just so much stuff where it's like the toughest guy in town and it's like, yeah, every single small town they got a town tough guy. Everyone knows it and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the toughest guy in town." I'm like, how does everyone know this? Like is there a tournament that's taking place or like what is determining the toughest guy in this town? And then like everyone has like a nickname. All these tough guys got like nicknames and like everyone that stays in a small town after high school they got nicknames for some reason. Like all my dad's friends I don't know any of their names. I just
Oh,
know
come
their nicknames.
on! No, you know that was going to be my next question, right? Give me the coolest nickname. No, well, did you garner yourself a nickname before Big Game Hunter Lee?
No, I left. I left my my small town right after high school, so I didn't get to stick around for a nickname. But like, yeah, I've heard some heard some interesting nicknames.
All right, give me one. Give me one, please.
Okay. Trying to think of some like appropriate ones. I've heard some bad ones. I've heard I heard ones like I'll just list off like people that like I knew from my dad's like my
Go for it.
dad there was a guy that I nicknamed like Poopsie, there was a guy nicknamed like Itchy. There was like all just like just I don't know, like just different names that are like I'm like, how did he get the nickname Itchy? Like, is he just like an itchy guy? Like,
Yeah, I
I
guess
don't know.
so.
There's a whole bunch of nicknames that I've heard.
Oh,
I don't
I
even
bet
think I
you.
could.
Hold on, Hunter. I bet you it's because every time he fights somebody, he's like, that's an itch I got to scratch. I'm just going to go out there and
Maybe, yeah,
scratch him
yeah,
up.
that's a good one.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
something like that, dude. I could be that simple and that stupid as well. All right, man. Now, last time you were here, I asked you, what was your favorite hockey team? It's baseball season right now. We're in the dog days of summer right now. Do you watch baseball? Do you enjoy baseball? Do you have a favorite team?
Um, no, I don't think I've ever watched. I've seen a Blue Jays game live,
Yeah.
but I didn't really enjoy it, and I haven't really like watched baseball since then. So yeah.
Didn't really enjoy it. Uh, Now, the other day, Joey Chestnut, the guy who eats more hot dogs than anybody else every year, you familiar with Joey Chestnut?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, the other day he was with Barstool, and they were at a minor league baseball game, and they asked him if I mean, they all tried it, but they brought him in to drink 99 beers and eat 99 hot dogs in 9 innings of baseball. Is that something, A, you would like to try? B, do you think you could accomplish it?
Wait, Joey Chestnut, was he
90,
accomplished it or he was going to accomplish it?
no, the rest of the Barstool people were throwing up. Joey Chestnut, he was 10 beers deep by the middle of the first inning. They weren't
I
Canadian beers, that's for sure.
I don't know if I would. I mean, I would try it. I don't think I would get there very far, but I would try it.
I mean, 99 hot dogs. They say, I read somewhere that every hot dog you eat takes a year off of your life. So, you know what? You may just keel over in the middle of the 99 hot dogs. It's just. That was very Monty Python of me. Sorry. Or horrible histories, depending on which British TV shows you grew up with. All right. So, no baseball for you. I get
No.
it. All right. I asked you last time, when you close your eyes, what do you see? Forget about that. Now that your eyes are open and you're focused on your career and you're seeing where you're moving and you're thinking about where your trajectory lies, where do you see yourself in 2 years?
I see myself fighting in the UFC in 2 years. That's kind of the plan. Um, yeah, not really much else other than that. Just fighting in the UFC and everything else I see kind of being pretty similar. Um, yeah, not too many other big changes. Just kind of like keeping on this same path, racking up some wins and get to the big leagues and hopefully by then I'm fighting there and probably have at least one win in the UFC. That's my expectation for 2 years in the future.
Well, I can't wait. I just got my UFC media pass. Doesn't mean they still
Oh yeah.
accept me for all of the events, but I am allowed to apply for them. I'm just waiting for Hunter Lee to get in there and go, nah, this guy Logan Summit, he's good people. Because I don't know if Dana really likes me all that much, but that's okay, Dana. You don't have to like me. I'm not for everybody, but I am awesome. Just remember. All right. Last time I asked you Bieber versus Avril. Not going to ask you that this time. I am going to ask you who is the best Canadian musician
Oh, the best Canadian musician.
or band.
Hmm.
It doesn't,
Or
same thing.
band.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's a difficult one. I'll have to like think of like which ones are. I don't even like. I don't
Bare
know. I
Naked
don't.
Ladies, Sum 41, Justin
Oh yeah, some
Bieber.
41 good. Um, yeah, I would say Justin Bieber's got to be up there for
Yeah, gotta
best.
be, right?
I would throw honorable mention in for Sum 41. I just went and
Yep.
like saw them in concert recently. They're pretty
They're
good.
awesome. By the way, they're
Yeah,
retiring, and in one of their
yeah.
songs, they use the phrase "degens," which is a common term. Like you were saying, when you started watching Letterkenny, you're like, "Oh my God, this is everywhere in Canada, small town," and apparently it is because even some 41 has lyrics about the small town Canadian. Growing up there,
Yeah.
I didn't really know what they were talking about until I started watching Letterkenny, and then I was like, "Oh, we're a DJ.
Mm.
Oh, you're a DJ. Oh, you were on the outside looking. Oh, okay, now that song makes sense. Thank you so much, Pop Punk. I get it now. All right. Now, last time you were here, I asked you, what is the major difference between Canadians and Americans? Let's flip flop that up and around. You came to get down, so what? We're going to get you out your seat and jump around. What is the biggest thing that is the same about Canadians and Americans?
Um, I there's a lot of similar. Like it's more similar than different, I would say. Um, a lot of the like slang and stuff like is like the intricate slang is kind of different. Like there's little things, but for the majority, it's kind of the same stuff. Things that get big in the States, they like we see all the American television shows and like all that stuff. All of like Netflix is mostly like American. So like
Mm.
all of that stuff that's like popular culture, it's like the same in Canada as well. So it's I would say that's where we're similar is everything that gets big in the States kind of gets big in Canada. The things that are different is more just like the little slang things like we talked about it last time, but just like little words that you wouldn't hear in the States that you hear in Canada. Apparently, we got an accent. Our my coaches at the last fight got told in the crowd after the fight. They were like, "Man, your Canadian accent's cracking me up." And they're like, "Oh, I didn't think it was that obvious," but like apparently they're just yeah, it's very obvious. They could pick out that we were Canadian just from my coaches yelling at me in the fight.
You know what's funny? I was on vacation in Cancun. And anytime I go on vacation, I look for Scottish folk, English folk, and Canadians because they are a lot of fun. Okay. Oh, and the Welsh are fun too. Don't think. And the Irish are. You know what? UK and Canada. Let's just go that way. And I started hanging out with a bunch of Canadian guys, and we might have been putting a couple Molsons back, maybe a couple Canadians. It might have happened there. And I guess as I got a little bit inebriated, I started to pick up on the accent. And I got back to hang out with my girlfriend for dinner because she was just at the pool and we were just doing our thing. She's a chick, so she was just sunning herself doing her thing, right? And we go to dinner and she just looks at me and goes, "You need to stop that right now." And I was like, "What?" She's like, I don't know why or how, but 2 hours of hanging out with the Canadian guys, and now you're talking with a Canadian accent, and you need to knock it off, or I'm going to make you drink water for the rest of the trip." And I was like, "All
We
right."
say we saying
God.
we saying buddy a lot. Is that
Yeah,
that's
I was
that's
saying,
a big one.
not your buddy guy, not your
Yeah,
friend, buddy.
that's a big difference. I forgot about that last time, but in Canada, buddy is like aggressive. Like if you're
Right,
like, listen here, buddy, it's like
right,
you're basically being like calling him like a little boy almost.
right. Yeah, you can sometimes you can feel it in the way that they say it. It's kind
Yeah.
of like in the South, in like Georgia, when they say "bless your heart,"
Yeah.
what they're actually saying is "F you." That's
Yeah,
what they're
yeah, yeah.
actually meaning. Like, "Oh, bless your heart, child," which means eh. Um,
Cause yeah, I'll get that on like social media. Sometimes guys will come in like aggressive in the comments, and I'll be like, hey, like buddy, and then they're like, oh, I didn't realize they like answer politely to me, and I'm like, oh, he didn't like I was being aggressive back to him, and he took it to mean like, hey, listen here, friend. So yeah, I think some people misunderstand it, but yeah, if you're ever in Canada and someone says buddy, it's like he's trying to fight you basically.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say you might need to take a step back because you might be in the
Yeah,
firing lines at that point.
yeah.
Uh, that's really funny though. But how Canadian is it to use the word "buddy," which means friend and whatnot, as an aggressive tone? That is so Canadian, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I love it, man. And I love the fact that you took some time to come back and hang out with me today, man. Now, UFC, obviously, they keep doing their thing. UFC 318 was just a little while ago. I'm going to call it 318, otherwise known as Decision. Decision, Decision. Every single fight on the main card was finished by decision. Every single fight except for one on the prelims was a decision. Now, the early prelims, they had some knockouts, some TKOs, and some things going on there. But with all those decisions, man, Dana always says, don't leave it to the judges. Is that something that you always keep in the back of your mind when you're in the ring because the judges will screw you over?
Yeah, I tried to. I was really pissed in my last fight because even though it was really dominant, I couldn't finish him. I couldn't get like the knockout or whatever. I landed. I think I don't know. The announcers were saying that they think it might have been like a new promotion record for the most strikes landed. I landed like a couple hundred strikes on this
Nice.
guy, and it he wasn't phased by it. It was he had a good chin, and I thought he was gonna. I won the first two rounds easily, and I thought he was gonna like stand and trade in the last round because he's down 2-0, and then he ended up shooting a takedown on me, and I was like, I guess I'll just reverse him and take him down and win the fight this way. But like, I was very shocked that he shot a takedown and went right into my strength and let me just reverse it on him and finish the fight that way. But yeah, I wasn't I was happy with my performance because I won and it was very dominant, but I was frustrated that I couldn't get the finish in it. So I'm always it's always in the back of my head that you need to finish fights. That's the only way to guarantee that you get the win.
Can I give you a tip, non-fighter to fighter right now? If that ever
Yes.
happens
Yeah,
to you
yeah.
again, where you just throw everything and the kitchen sink at them and they just walk through it like a zombie, the next day, give them a call. Ask them how they're doing,
Yeah.
okay? That'll make you feel fine because they're going to be like,
Yeah.
I can't hold the phone on this side of my face. You know, like,
His cheeks were swollen up, like he turned to the side and his one cheek it was like a triangle sticking out of
woo!
his face, and I knew that he was hurting because I was like my hands were swollen up from hitting him so many times. I was like, there's no way that your face is less swollen than my hands right now.
Dude, the next day his family didn't recognize him. I bet you that night his family didn't recognize him. Dude, there's nothing worse than not being able to go out at the club after your fight because, you know, especially if you win. Like Max Holloway, he had a little bit of a shiner there, man, but he went gambling, and it was actually I know that Max is a cool person because he's really close friends with Overt Flow, one of my best friends, and so I know just by pure 7 degrees of separation that Max is a stand-up guy. This dude comes up to him at the table, asks him to take a picture. And the kid is a nice kid because he goes, I'm sorry about this. He's wearing a Dustin shirt. And Max goes, no problem, brother. Smile. You know, not a care in the world. I know a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of fighters who would have said something a lot different to him,
Hmm.
especially when you
Yeah.
go up to him while he's gambling and ask him to take a picture with you. Do
Yeah.
you ever
Matt,
see? Go ahead.
I was gonna say Max Holloway is like honorary Canadian. He always talks about Canada being the 10th island. He literally he fought. I watched him fight when I was in high school. He came and fought. Him and Charles Oliveira fought on a random
Okay.
fight night in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, which is where I live currently. And yeah, that was the first. Or that was the only UFC live event that I've been to. Still, and it was Max Holloway and he always fights in Canada. So I feel like yeah, he's like just like a super nice guy. Always fights in Canada. I've seen him live. I feel like he's like honorary Canadian fighter at this point.
Now, The question that I was going to ask before I let us go, because I just enjoy talking with you. It's been about an hour now, so we'll let
Oh,
you
yeah.
go in just a little bit. Congratulations for being the longest interview I've done. And by the way, if you ever wonder why my interviews are different, it's because people are different and they have different things to say. All right. I get a lot of that. Why are some of your interviews 25 minutes and some of them 45 minutes? Well, some people have more to say than others, just saying. All right. So the question is, do you see, because I know you're a nice guy. You just are. The way that you interact with me off camera and on camera is the same. I get the same vibe from you. Do you see other fighters doing things at events that make you cringe and make you go, bro, these are the fans, the way they treat other people, the fans or the people around them? Do you see fighters acting poorly? And does that make you want to do better for the MMA industry overall?
Um, Not necessarily like fighters. Like I feel like I don't pay too much attention to anything else going on when I'm at these events.
That makes sense.
I'm very focused on myself. Like we were at the event pretty early for the CFFC one. They told us we all had to be there at like 5, and my fight wasn't until like close to 10. So we were sitting there for like 4 hours in the back, and I literally just like I didn't watch any of the fights. I sat in the back and just like laid down and like listen to music and just try to stay like pretty calm. I feel like if you're out in some people like to be out in the crowd and like feeling the energy, and it helps with nerves. But like for me, I feel like that tires me out. If I'm just constantly like watching the fights and my adrenaline's going up and down because I'm watching it, that tires me out. So I'd rather just like hang out and just get in there and fight. And I don't really pay much attention to like anything else going on. So I haven't really seen too much of that with fighters, but I've seen that with um like influencers or like random celebrities. I've seen videos of that, and I'm like, I never want to be that kind of person. Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember being um like I don't know, like fans of fighters, and I never really like got to meet anyone when I was younger, but I was like that would have like absolutely crushed me if I was like a fan of a fighter and I went up to him and like asked for a picture and he like brushed me off or was like rude. So I always want to um like inspire the next generation of like kids or like any fan in general, because like you really aren't like I don't know, you're not much without your fans in this sport. I feel like if nobody wants to watch you fight, then a lot of the promotions don't want to put you on. So I'm always grateful for anyone who is a fan.
All right. Well, Hunter Lee, you said you sat in the back and had your headphones on. I'm assuming you had some Celine Dion on repeat while you're back there getting ready to roll.
No Celine Dion this time. We kept that off.
All right, fine, be that way. She's great, and she's one of Canada's best. All right, once again, thank you to Big Game Hunter Lee. Look, you are rising in the world of MMA, and I'm so glad to be here along for the ride. I'm going to try to ride your coattails right on up the road, man. I'll be chasing after your car, your first fight in Vegas, going, Hunter, remember me? Remember me? Hey, I'm that guy with the mustache that interviewed you. Yeah, yeah. And you just be like, look at your manager and just go, I don't know that guy. But I can't wait to actually see you in IRL fighting for the UFC, whether it's 2 years down the road, a year down the road, months down the road, in some form or fashion, whether that be Tough Enough, more UFC Fight Pass fights, more fights here at millions.co, which you have fought on for the last few fights. It's been absolutely amazing getting a chance to see you live from anywhere in the world, even on your phones, which is kind of crazy. Now, have any of your family members actually just watched the fight on their phone? Because that's got to be amazing that you can just pick up a phone and watch a pay-per-view.
Yeah, they I don't know if they've watched on their phones. A lot of them they'll just put it like up on the TV, like they'll
Right.
they'll go through UFC Fight Pass or
Simulcasting,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll do it that way. My girlfriend actually like watched. She was at work. She's a nurse, and she was working. She was on her break during my 2 fights ago, and yeah, she was just watching in the break room. Didn't tell anyone, and then she was. I think like coworkers were trying to like talk to her, and she was like, oh. oh, and they were like, what are you watching? She's like, my boyfriend's fighting right now. They're like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't know how to explain. He's fighting in a cage. Yeah, so yeah,
Don't worry, there's doctors and ambulances and
yeah,
it's all
yeah,
regulated. But yeah, he's in a cage fighting people. Yeah, he's just
yeah,
fighting for raw meat at the end, you know.
yeah,
It-
yeah,
well, she's probably just sitting there going, yeah, go. Oh,
yeah,
oh, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, cool. And everybody's got to be looking at her in the break room going, did
yeah,
somebody forget to take their meds or did they take somebody
yeah.
else's meds? What's going on over there? All right. Well, much love to you. Much love to your girlfriend for going on her break and making sure that she supports you. I try to
Yeah.
support you. Every person watching this, whether it be today, tomorrow, or a year down the road, support Hunter Lee on his way to MMA supremacy. Man, it's been a pleasure catching up with you. I hope we get to do it again.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Always great catching up. Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be 4-0. Looking forward to the next one. Make it 5-0.
Yeah, let's go 5-0 all the way. Let's go. Is there a website that you would like to tell everybody at home so that they could go pick up some of that diesel protein you talk all about? It's on your website.
Yeah, yeah. It's linked. I think their Instagram is linked in my Instagram bio. It's Perfect Sports. Just click on that one. Go to their website. I got a promo code in there. I think it's 15% off. Get all your protein supplements, pre-workouts, everything.
All right. Well, hopefully you sell some protein today. Once again, Big Game Hunter Lee. Dude, 4-0 on his way to 5-0, pro MMA fighter extraordinaire. And I think we're friends at this point. I'll call him a friend. I don't know if he'll send me a Christmas card, but we'll find out in a few months. Look, Hunter, thank you so much for being here with me. Once again, second time's always a charm. However, you are not the first fighter to double dip. You're the third fighter to double dip. So apparently a few fighters out there like what I'm doing over here because I know I don't do it like everybody else does. But Hunter, I would like to extend an invitation to you. I'm going to be working with Millions.co because I've just been given my own stage sports show at the Luxor Hotel and Casino here on the Vegas Strip. I have a Vegas show, baby. What's up?
That's awesome. Good. Congrats.
Thank you very much. It's a sports show. So next time you're planning on coming to Vegas, you let me know. I would love to have you on the show. It would be a lot of fun in person, get you on there. Maybe we'll get some Timmy Hortons or something like that, and we'll have a blast. Hunter, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate YOU, and I appreciate everyone watching at home. Until next time, you already know what to do. Be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud. Last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe so you'll know when I'll be back doing it again. I've got at least one more interview coming at you tomorrow for the week. So until then, remember, everyone loves a good fight. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Hunter.
Yeah, thank you.